Hello guys and gals, and welcome to another episode of Unique Items. Today we're going to be going over a Claymore, which is damage 1 to 12. It has a durability of 36 and only a strength requirement of 35, which isn't like too terrible. This one is an interesting graphic. It does have kind of like a little skull on the handle there, although it's not like super modified. It's called the Bonesaw. The Bonesaw is... I don't really know what to think about this one. It does have an interesting damage of 1 to 12, and then it adds 10 more points of damage to the weapon, which does make it, I think, what is it, like a 20 to 22, I think, or something like that. Oh, 11 to 22. Okay, so it doesn't add to the minimum. And this particular item does have plus 10 strength, which gives you a little bit of a bonus damage as well. So you get the bonus damage from the strength, and you also get the bonus damage from the plus 10, which makes it a halfway decent damage weapon early on. However, it does also come with some severe negatives. The -5 to magic, which means your mana pretty much just disappears. As you can see, I only have 10 mana to begin with, and like putting this on pretty much just tanks my mana completely down to -5. Which is really awful. On top of that, it also has the negative dexterity, which lowers your 2-hit chance to 72%. 2-hit chance is really important in Diablo 1, and if you don't have a high 2-hit chance, you're probably not going to be able to hit any targets. It's going to make it very difficult for you to hit anything outside of like the lower levels of normal difficulty without a decent 2-hit chance, which means you would have to compensate for that with like 2-hit chance jewelry and plus dexterity equipment. And because this takes away some of your dexterity, it makes it even more difficult. On top of this, it also has the -10 mana and plus 10 hit points. So you get a little bit of extra HP and you lose essentially all of your mana. So when you put this sword on, you don't have any mana anymore. Not only do you not have any mana, but I'm in the negative on mana at this point with my base 10 points on a warrior. Now, if you put this on a character like a rogue, or which you wouldn't put it on a rogue because you'd probably just be bows, or you put it on a sorcerer, which you wouldn't because it just reduces your magic and mana and makes it next to impossible for you to cast anything. It seems to be almost just designed specifically for the warrior in mind, and even that, like a warrior that doesn't use magic of any type. I mean, as a low-level weapon, the damage on it is probably pretty good, enough that you could get away with using it at a low level, but you'd also pretty much forgo the use of any kind of healing magic or like low-level spells that could potentially help you, which is rather unfortunate. It also doesn't have any enhanced damage, but it does have that 10 points of damage, which is nice. It doesn't have any 2-hit percentage. In fact, it lowers your 2-hit percentage, and it has no increased attack speed of any type either, which makes it kind of just a poor weapon. I mean, it's useful in the early parts of the game if you find it, and something that you will probably very quickly replace if you find something better than it. It's not a good buff stick because it has too many negatives on it. The -5 magic, the -5 dex, and the -10 mana make it pretty much useless for just about anybody as a buff stick, even though it does have some other bonuses. Overall, definitely a very weirdly designed item, which seems to be pointed specifically at, well, the warrior. I think most people probably won't utilize this blade to their advantage because it's just not really good enough. I think that's pretty much the gist of that. As always, I do appreciate you guys and gals joining. Let's check it real quick before we leave. Is it even worth selling to the NPC? That's a good question, right? So how much is it worth?
What can I do for you?
1,100. Not the worst that I've seen. Some of them are as low as like 200, and not the best either. I've seen some items that are worth like 10k, like Griswold's Edge is worth 10k. So kind of a mediocre in terms of sell value as well. Anyway, as always, be sure to hit that like button and the subscribe button if you enjoy the content. This is my full-time job, so it helps me out. And as always, keep watching.